Hey everyone, it's Elyse, your kitchen shrink, and you're watching ETV, the place to be to nourish your mind and body to flourish. And guess what? You are right. It is another Q&A Wednesday today. And we've got a super juicy topic for you today. So we've got a question coming from Steve out of Issaquah, Washington, and Steve writes, "Dear Elyse, thank you for ETV. I learned so much. You are so welcome. My question is short and sweet. What are the differences between grass versus grain-fed? I've heard grass-fed has so many more benefits. Specifically, I've heard it's better for our brain function. I'm looking for a great place where I can get grass-fed meats and dairy, but I've found the prices to be a lot higher at grocery stores. Where would be a good place to turn for that? And what are the benefits of grass-fed animals? I would appreciate your opinion. Thank you." This is something that I've even struggled with, finding out the answers, really getting clear on what these labels mean and what's all behind it. So there are some main differences between grass-fed versus grain-fed. But first, let's have a little history behind the subject.
So when the 1950s rolled around, we started using grain feed to make the animals grow faster, be bigger, have a higher yield ultimately, which increased the ratings of the USDA and lowered the prices of the food to feed the masses. But we did this at the expense of the animals.
So since these animals are living in conditions that are not very clean, they're getting fed grain and feed that is not something they really can't digest, they are ending up getting sick, and this is where the antibiotics and hormones come in to keep them at a certain weight and to keep them from getting more sick than they already are. So on the greener side of things, because these animals get to roam around the pasture and eat grass, they actually have an entirely different fat profile than grain-fed products. So why would we eat grass-fed products anyways? I'm going to tell you why. So this different profile is actually going to be healthier and more beneficial to us than the grain-fed products. One of the healthier fats is known as CLAs, otherwise known as conjugated linoleic acid. These CLAs are one of our most potent defenses against cancer. So research done by Utah State University, they estimate that you may be able to lower your risk of cancer simply by eating grass-fed products each day. So what they looked at was 1 glass of whole milk, 1 ounce of cheese, and 1 serving of meat. So to get the same level of protection from grain-fed, you'd have to eat 5 times that amount of meat and dairy products. Not to mention, grass-fed is 2 to 4 times higher in omega-3s. But you're saying, I thought omega-3s only came from fish. That is not the case. Omega-3s are found in algae, they're found in leafy greens like grass, and they're made from the sun. And according to a 2011 study by the British Journal of Nutrition, eating moderate amounts of grass-fed meat for only 4 weeks will actually give you healthier levels of essential fat. This research also showed that people in the study were able to increase their omega-3s while decreasing their omega-6, which are pro-inflammatory fat. So these changes are so important because they are linked with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, depression, and inflammatory disease. And another study out of Colorado State University, they showed that specifically grass-fed beef had higher amounts of cancer-fighting antioxidants, including vitamins A, vitamin E, and beta-carotene, which is the precursor to vitamin A. So those are the beneficial facts of grass-fed meat. Steve, thank you so much for asking your question. And I know you asked another question on where to find local grass-fed products. One of 2 places I found to be extremely resourceful. One place is eatwild.com. You can go there and learn as much as you want. They've got a ton of research and a ton of resources. And then I actually had the pleasure of meeting Clarice. She is from Blue Valley Meats in Walla Walla, and they offer 100% grass-fed products. and they love and treat their animals dearly. So this has been a juicy topic. I would love to hear from you. If you have a comment or a tip, leave one below. And are you signed up for our newsletter? If not, come on over to mykitchenshrink.com and sign up, where I give out weekly nutrition tips, recipes, and more that I only share in my email updates. So this week's recipe is going to be a creamy coconut pork chop, and it is absolutely fabulous. So make sure to come on over, sign up, and we'll see you next time on ETV. Thank you so much for watching. And these sales, see ya.
Did you like this episode? If so, subscribe to this channel and come on over to mykitchenshrink.com to sign up for weekly email updates to nourish your body to flourish and lead a life you love.